What's up, guys and gals? It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys, do you like the new layout? Jujustu Kaisen, chapter 174, entitled, finally, Sundai Colony. Not exactly number one. Not exactly the chapter title change I was going for, but at least it is a chapter title change. And what a great chapter to do this on, because we have, in one camp, we have the people who don't believe that Yuta is one of the strongest in the verse. Then we have the camp of people who are right and know that Yuta is in the top 3 of the verse. And which camp do you want to be in? That is the question this chapter poses to you. That is the question I, as a YouTuber, pose to you. Do you want to be in the camp that is wrong? Or do you want to be in the camp that is right? That is all I ask of you. And the wrong camp says that Yuta is not as strong as Kenjaku, Gojo, or Sukuna. Then there's the right camp, who says that he is absolutely in that conversation. Now, with that being said, let's move forward to the chapter, because we have Sky Crazy Upside Down Woman, and we have crazy Jiro-looking Pompadour-level Squall Leonhardt person, both shocked and sensing the death of one of the 4 Yonko of Jujustu Kaisen, and going, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? So they realize that this Duvrier, or whatever his name is, I can't pronounce it, apparently they both sense this happening, right? Now, we don't know about Centipede Guy. We don't know about Centipede Guy quite yet. But we know about these two. And they're just like, yeah, so who did this? And they both figure out that it's Okotsu. They both figure out that it's Yuta. And they both use the Kogen to figure this out. And now, the difference in their personality is interesting, because one of them decides that, alright, so we have Ryu, Mr. Jiro Pompadour himself, going, alright. This is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. Then we have Sky Girl, who apparently can manipulate the goddamn sky and is worried. Now, granted, if Yuta showed up to my house, I'd be serving that man the best thing I can offer, because otherwise I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like, I like that at the front here, neither one of them is taking this lightly. Nobody's taking Yuta lightly, which I feel like if it was the other way around, if these 4 monsters that we just learned about, these 4 powerhouses, took Yuta lightly and Yuta just went by and slaughtered them all, then there would be people in this camp. We're going to go back to this camp a lot in this review. In this camp, who would argue against this camp. Remember, wrong, right. You see what I'm doing there, guys? I know the video's flipped, but see, like, right hand, right camp, wrong hand, left. Anyways, point of the matter is that there would be people that would say that, in this camp, that would say the 4 powerhouses were not ready, and Yuta came out of nowhere. Surprise attack. Sucker punched, in fact. It's good to acknowledge that these people are not taking Yuta lightly. And so when he wins against the 4 Yonko of the Sundai Colony, then this camp can just shut the fuck up and bow down to this camp. And that will be a good day. So, and it will probably never happen because people on the internet. Go figure. However, it is a very good chapter, because we have, once again, Girl in the Sky, who is upside down for some weird reason. I never understood that. But she's upside down, and she's actually fearful of Yuta. Ryu is intrigued of Yuta. Very interesting. Very interesting how 2 of the 4 is very, their personalities are clearly different. I like that, but also the way they view the threat to their power is interesting, right? So they both acknowledge that the one who will make the move is Mr. Centipede, the cursed spirit that was locked away only because of Devra. Now, granted, the old man was the one with the highest number of points. Now, being the fact that it was the highest number of points, we can acknowledge that even if they were in a stalemate for a long amount of time, it means that these two, clearly, they didn't think that they could get an upper hand. Remember, how a power balance works means I can't get an upper hand on the opponent. So we're in a stalemate. The fact that Yuta just went in and slaughtered this guy speaks volumes that he's clearly stronger than the other three. Anybody who thinks otherwise, I don't know what you're reading. But in my mind, that's what it means. Not that these people can't get the drop on him or give Yuta a good fight, but clearly they were all in a stalemate of power because none of them were willing to basically put themselves out there, like a guy willing to ask the hot girl out at the bar. Maybe they would have the chance at going home with that girl, but they're not willing to bet the rejection is too powerful. So they just hold back and they go, you know what, no, you know what, I'd rather go home as a 5 out of 10 feeling 5 out of 10 about myself rather than feeling 1 out of 10 about myself. And they don't look at it that, like, the percentage base of going home feeling 10 out of 10 is not it's not a winnable thing. They're playing the numbers and they just say no. That's what these people are doing. That's what a power balance is based on. It's like, maybe I could win, maybe I couldn't. But I'm not willing to play that bet, and so the Sunday Colony has been in a stale lock ever since. Yuta shows up, kills the strongest one. I'm going to argue probably the strongest one. And now they're both acknowledging that the power balance has shifted, and Centipede Man will be on the move. Now, we get to see the main character himself, Yuta, the greatest in Jujutsu Kaisen. And he shows up, and apparently he has just been helping all the civilians. He's been helping people, saying like, "Oh, you can come out now. It's fine. There's no danger. You know, we're gonna make our way to the edge of the barrier. It's all good." And you know, it's a really nice moment that Yuta still has this very charismatic, in my opinion. He has grown into his own. Volume 0 Yuta was already a good character. Experience Yuta is just like a heartthrob, as far as I'm concerned. Like, this man went from, okay, there's no flaw with this character, and then we just went, yeah, but we can make his character even better. Like, that's all that Jujutsu Kaisen did. Volume 0, Yuta was perfect. 10 out of 10 character. No flaws. Perfect character. Perfectly written, three-dimensional, fine dandy. Flaws and charisma all in one package. It was great. Then Jujutsu Kaisen happened, we waited a while, and boom, then Yuta came back, and Yuta was even better than before. What more could you ask? And in this chapter, we're seeing that. Like, oh, why don't we rest a bit, you know? Stadium was the territory of a very strong sorcerer. I don't think anybody's going to be attacking us for a while, that kind of idea. And even Yuta makes mistakes. Once again, perfect character flaw. He's saying, I just killed, once again, Yonko style, 4 territories. He just killed the boss of a territory in the heart of that territory. He doesn't think anybody's going to show up anytime soon, at least for a few hours, at the very least. Everyone's going to watch and play the game. But no, this cursed spirit is like, no, not flying with me. So all of a sudden, he's like, oh shit. Run inside the stadium and hurry. And he shows up and boom, in comes Cockroach Boy. And cockroaches galore, right? We have Cockroach City. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. This is some Men in Black, the original Men in Black movie. I urge you guys to check it out. Will Smith, back when he was still a rapper, and Tommy Lee Jones, of course, veteran actor, that kind of idea. And it was quite a solid movie, honestly. Men in Black was an originally pretty good movie. And we had this whole cockroach thing coming at us, and I'm like, oh my god, this is absolutely gross. This is disgusting. Yuta tries to, of course, save the guy who's being eaten alive by the cockroaches. It does not happen. And Yuta even needs to block and said that these are actually, he thought that they might have been, I don't know what he actually thought, but he acknowledges that these are actual real cockroaches. And they have been imbued with cursed energy, and as a swarm, they're swarming me to have overwhelming physical power. And it's like, actually, that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, an ant is not strong, but why do people die to, like, fire ants and army ants and stuff like that? It's because power in numbers. And now these cockroaches are forming this swarm, almost like this black ooze almost sort of idea, and they're attacking everything they can see. Now Yuta, of course, calls in the GOAT, Rika. And Rika comes in. Okay. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Yuta, with a sword, is like, yeah, and the only reason he does this, he's not harmed by the cockroaches, but he's worried about the people that he's saving. He's literally winning. He's killing people stronger. Once again, Tokyo Colony is subpar compared to the Sendai Colony. The top 4 in the Sendai, he just slaughtered one of the top, the considerably, maybe the strongest of all 4, and he took no damage from now number 1 and now number 2. And he's just going, yeah, and on top of that, unlike Fushiguro and Yuji, he's saving dozens of people while winning. While winning. This man is just winning, and by winning, Baby Yaga Tiger Blood. He's Charlie Sheening his way through this with his tiger blood. And goddamn it, if Yuta came alive and told me he had tiger blood, I'd goddamn believe it, because goddamn this man. And then he summons Rika that people are saying, no, it's not Rika, it's fucking Rika. Listen. If he's calling it Rika, either Yuta went through this, did I say Yuta? Shit. Yeah, we're not talking about the band. Yuta, if Yuta went through all this and is still calling Rika, like, then it's Rika. Like, I don't know what you want. And clearly it's Rika. Transform Rika. Yuta got a new haircut. So did Rika. Like, Rika's haircut just looks a little different. Like, get over it. It's still Rika. Now, Rika does look different. I'll acknowledge that. But there go all those cockroaches. They're fucking destroyed. And the two, Sky Girl and fucking Jiro 2.0, are fucking shocked. They're like, wait a minute. What the fuck just happened? He just blew them. Wait, what? Because he summoned Rika for a second. For a fucking snap of the fingers, he summons Rika. Woof! Woof, baby! And boom. Boom, it's all gone. It's all gone. The cockroaches are dead. The thing that can survive the entire basis for the Fallout series by Bethesda. Cockroaches can survive nuclear explosions. They can't survive Best Girl Rika. They can't survive True MC Yuta. It can't be done. Even cockroaches fail and die to this man, to this duo. And it's sweetness. It's greatness. And then the rest of the chapter goes on to showcase that Yuta's fucking amazing. Even like they acknowledge the fact that his total amount of cursed energy seemingly is endless, and even the one who was stated to have the most output, which is of course Jiro 2.0, is stated, hey, like his output isn't that bad, and this is coming from the guy supposedly with the strongest output of cursed energy. But he goes, but that's not the case. The weird thing is his total amount seems like what is going on here. So it's not about the output. Once again, I don't think Yuta was even trying. We don't even see a scratch on Yuta. He summoned Rika one time and he killed the dude with a sword. We don't even see a scratch on this man. And he's already defeated one of the top 4, and now he's going to fight one of the seconds. Now, this is where we jump into the Cursed Spirit did awake. The trigger for Kurorushi or something like that. Kurorushi, something like that. Basically, the activation did activate. Apparently, the trigger mode for the sleep mode was a survival instinct inside of Diver's colony. So, apparently there was only, like, Diver, or the old man that Yuta cut down, apparently. So, this thing went into hibernation because that he was alive. Once he died, it basically woke up. That's pretty much what we're going with. It woke up. Now, me and Mist Content and a lot of other people thought, like, okay, this is the final boss of the Sendai. Maybe it'll have some broken ability, you know, like Melascula versus Escanor sort of idea, and then we'll think it's so broken, then Yuta will just be like, fuck you. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently this is opponent number 2. Opponent number 2 is coming in, and it's the one that we feared the most. But boom, here comes this thing. It's got appetite. This thing pretends it's a goddamn Toriko monster. This thing is pretending like it's a Toriko villain. And Yuta has no time for this shit. He's got no time for this crap. And he even thinks about it. He's talking about the rules. He's thinking about the resources. And at the end of the day, what does he say to himself? He's thinking about Geto. He's thinking about his sensei. He's thinking about Gojo. This entire time, he's thinking about saving people. He's thinking about the proposed rules. He's thinking about Shibuya. He's thinking about everyone. And he's thinking about their stress level, their mental state right now. And he's like, I won't let Sensei kill his best friend a second time. He's thinking all about Gojo. Gojo is sealed right now, but he respects it. He knows about Geto, and he's just like, no. I'm not letting that happen a second time. Myself, and he's thinking, he did the math, and he's like, to win this game, we need 400 points. Not 200. We need 400 points to make all the rules we need. And Yuta is just like, I'm going to do it. I will. And this camp. We're back to this camp, people. This camp knows the man is correct. This camp is going to deny this. But he grabs his sword. We need our sword. We need the sword. Let's go. There we go. Yuta grabs the sword. And he says, and he goes and says, not on my watch, baby. Not on my watch. He goes and he says, I don't know where to place this goddamn thing. Okay. I wish I had a belt for that. But anyway, he grabs his sword with 2 hands because as we know from reading Bleach, as Kenpachi says, 2 hands are stronger than one on the blade. He grabs it. He faces forward and he says, I will kill Kenjaku. I alone will gain those 400 points. And this man decides that he is going to slaughter this centipede without worry, without issue. And he's ready to fight and ready to decimate this bug. Literally, a giant bug. At the end of the day, just a bug. Just a cockroach waiting to be stepped on. Stabbed on the ground like the meaningless thing it is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the chapter. Oh yeah, there's something about a Fester Life Blade and all this like dangerous shit that this cockroach can do. And you know what I'm afraid of? Nothing. Nothing, baby. I'm afraid of nothing. And I'll tell you guys why. I'll tell you why. I know you're curious. I'll tell you why. Because this is the end of the review. This is the end of the chapter. What a great chapter. Chapter 174, right? A Yuta-based chapter. What more is there to like? It's 10 out of 10. It's flawless. It's perfect. We have Yuta. He is back. Full form. Main character style. And he is kicking the shit out of the Sendai Colony. Stronger than the Tokyo Colony. We saw the power of the Tokyo Colony. We saw our main characters struggle in the Tokyo Colony. Then we go back to our real MC and he just goes, fuck you. That's what he does. And he wins. So apparently there's this Fester Life Blade thingy. Apparently it's a sword that can bridge the gap between life and death and stuff. Nah. We got Rika. We're fine. We're fine. He is going to make mincemeat out of this thing. It's going to be, as I said, it's going to be an Escanor thing. It's going to be Escanor versus Estarossa. It's going to be Escanor versus Melaskila. It'll be like, oh no, this centipede thing has this broken ability. Oh my god, how is Yuta going to get out of it? And he's going to be like, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. That's what he's going to do. If he even draws his sword, I know his sword's already drawn, but if he draws his sword, I'll be surprised. This chapter is incredible. This chapter is greatness. This chapter has goddamn Okotsu Yuta. What more is there to love? What more do you want? The only thing that would make this chapter better is if Todo was here going, well, at this point it'd be, is that too soon? Is that a little too soon? But he'd be doing that. He'd be clapping going, there's my boy Yuta. There's the man doing his shit. So, anyways, I really enjoyed the chapter, as you guys can tell. I enjoyed this chapter. I thought this chapter was fire. It's Yuta-based. Yuta is the shit. If you guys don't think Yuta's the shit, that's a you problem, not a this guy problem. If you're in this camp, I don't know what to tell you. If you're in this camp, I know you're feeling like I am and going, goddamn right. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget the fourth and most important thing is to drink, but responsibly, as I always do. And we will see you guys back here next time for Chapter 175 of Jujustu Kaisen, also known as, at this point, might as well be called the Yuta Okkotsu story. Because that's what we care about. And that's, if you don't, that's what you should care about. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. See you back here next time. Bye-bye.